I graduated from Miramar High School, but I grew up honestly all over the place because my mom was mad unstable. Like, I've been to 11 different schools.
Because your mom wanted to move?
Because she had to move. Because she was couch surfing, because she got a place and then lost it, because she was gonna come to Georgia and stay with her sister, so she moved us here first. Like,
At what age did you move to Georgia?
I moved to Georgia twice. One time in elementary school when I was in 2nd grade. I went to BC Haney Elementary for like half a year or something like that. And then I moved there again for half a year in 6th grade. I started the year in Florida and I moved halfway through the year to Forest Park, and I went to Babb Middle School.
Oh, I know about Babb. I used to live in Clay Cove.
Yeah. I went to Babb Middle School. Man, that was crazy.
What? How was Babb?
That was crazy.
Yeah, I know, like Clayton County style.
No, because I met this girl. Honestly, she probably really shaped my perspective on life. Her name was Kimberly, and like we had both just moved there, so we were both new girls in the middle of the year. So like, and we had like mostly the same classes. So we instantly became friends. But she was going through it. I thought my life was bad. Nah, her life was horrible. Like horrible as fuck. Like her grandfather was like serially raping her, and her dad was gone. I don't know where the fuck he was. And I think he dipped when he found out her mom was pregnant. So like her mom would abuse her because she like blamed her for him leaving, and like she would come to school with bruises, but in places where only people that she's comfortable with would see. So like here, and she always was wearing long sleeves. So like I knew all of that, but I didn't know she was like self-harming and suicidal. And when I found out, like I found out with my other friends, and the way I found out was crazy. I swear, bro, my life be a movie. We was in the locker room changing for gym, and like everyone would change outside of the bathroom stalls except her, like in my friend group. So we were always like, why do you change in the bathroom? And she was like, oh, you know, I just don't feel comfortable showing my body or whatever. And we're like, okay, whatever. Nah, it's because you was cutting yourself and you didn't want us to see. And then one day, like, I think she left her binder outside, like in the locker room, and someone knocked it over, and some razor blades fell out of her binder. Like, you know how binders be having that middle slit? Like, you know, they have the pockets, but then they also have the middle slit. That's where she kept them, in the middle slit, because it wasn't clear, it was a black one. So you couldn't see through it. And they fell out of there. So I was the one that picked it up. And when I picked it up, I was like, so my other friends peeped too, and she had came out at the same time. So we all peeped and made the connection at the same time. So she grabbed it out of my hand, grabbed them off the floor, because it was more than one, and then put them back in the binder. And like, we were all just looking at her like, trying to process it. And then she just escaped. Like, she didn't wait for no questions or nothing. She just poop, 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 put it in the binder, left, right? Went to gym class. And then me and my friends was just standing there like, what are we supposed to do? Because now we really truly see how suicidal she is. Because she had eating disorders too. Like, she was bulimic and anorexic. So she wouldn't eat, and whatever she did eat, she would just throw it up. So like, that on top of you cutting yourself, and like me and her were the closest, so like I talked to her one-on-one, and she ended up showing me her cuts. Like, they were deep, so it was like we needed to do something. And they ended up going to the guidance counselor. And at first I was against it, but I ended up co-signing on it because like it seemed like the only option. And after that, I never saw her again. Because obviously, what is a guidance counselor gonna do? Call your mom. And who was the one abusing you? Your mom.
Right.
So the last time I talked to her was like, I think the last day of school. And she had called me from whatever facility she was in, telling me how she couldn't take it no more, she couldn't do it no more. Like, she felt even more alone there. And she told me what her mom did after she found out. And like, really, she was just mad because she embarrassed her. Like, you embarrassed me, da da da. And that was the last conversation I ever had with her. And to this day, I don't know what happened to her.
So,
like, I've been asking people I went to school with, they don't know either.